Well, folks, I got a surprise for you this weekend. We're going to be making a peach and blackberry cobbler in a cast iron Dutch oven. And so I just kind of want to show you some of the ingredients we got laid out here. What we're going to be doing basically is what some folks call a dump cobbler. And what that entails is just using a yellow cake mix or a white cake mix. And I may use both of them since I got so much fruit to put in this Dutch oven today. We got a little bit of cinnamon, and we also got a stick of butter. You got to have butter for cobbler. But anyway, we got some fresh peaches that we had frozen in the freezer that come locally here, and also some local blackberries, folks. So we're going to get all this together. We're going to get our Dutch oven heated up, and we'll get all this put together, and we'll show you what this looks like. This is blackberry and peach cobbler in a Dutch oven, in a cast iron Dutch oven for Labor Day. So we'll be talking to you here shortly. Just hang on, we're gonna get all this together. All right, well, we're outside here. We got our chimney, charcoal chimney here, and I got me some good old Royal Oak charcoal. Now, two of my favorites, of course, naturally, is Kingsford and Royal Oak. Got me a little paper towel down here and some corn husk, believe it or not, where I've been feeding the squirrels. But we'll get this lit and get our chimney on top of the paper towels and corn husk and get this charcoal lit. Usually by the time you put that on there, it takes you about a good 10 minutes to get some good hot, white hot charcoal. Got me a stainless steel pan here. It's like an oil changing pan, something similar. And but what I do with that, I can keep my charcoal off the ground, even off these pavers, because they'll suck the heat out of them and may add moisture or whatever, not burn properly. But I can take this pan, add me some charcoal on the bottom of it, and then set my Dutch oven on top of the charcoal. And once I get my ingredients in my Dutch oven, I can add the lid and put my charcoal to the lid. And so that's pretty handy. And we'll get ready here in just a minute, and we'll put all these ingredients together for you. All right, well, we're going to get ready and get all this together. Now, I do something a little different. Most people just take and dump everything all in their Dutch oven. But I don't do that. I'm not going to do that this time. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this bowl, and we're going to add some of our ingredients together. Let me get all this out here, and we'll get situated here. I want to open my deal here and get my blackberries out first. I'm going to put these blackberries in, and this is probably about a quart of blackberries, maybe a little bit more than that, but we'll take and dump these in the bowl, and we'll make sure to get them all out of there, right? There we go. All right. Now, add these peaches next. There's probably about, I don't know, there's probably 3 quarts of peaches here with the juice. And we'll add those in. And what I'm going to do, I want to take one of my cake mixes. I'm just going to use that white cake mix. And I'm going to mix that in here, but I want to add a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of sugar. I'm going to put about a cup of sugar in this. That'll help knock the tartness of those blackberries out. And peaches are sweet enough, but we're going to add a little bit, and certainly want to put some cinnamon. I'm going to put probably about, I don't know, maybe a quarter cup or so of cinnamon. You can add as much as you like. That may need a little bit more. I'm going to leave that like it is. But like I said, we're going to take this white cake mix. Now, these are just regular old cake mix. There's nothing special. I got a yellow and a white here. And I'm going to mix the white in first, in with all the fruit. And that way it'll thicken up down in the bottom. And we'll have kind of a crust down there too. And we'll just take and rip this open and pour this in here. And I'm going to use the whole cake mix in this thing too. Hopefully it'll help absorb some of the moisture of the fruit. And like I said, hopefully it'll give us a little bit of a crust down on the bottom. That's my goal anyway. So we'll get this mixed up here, and once we get all this stuff mixed together, we'll get ready and just dump all this in our Dutch oven. Now, one thing I want to show you too is I've already got some parchment paper. Let me show you here. Hold on just a minute. I've already got some parchment paper put in my Dutch oven. Now, you don't have to do this. It just kind of helps to on the cleanup. If you'll put that down in there, everything won't stick to the sides of your Dutch oven. And so we'll mix all this up, get this poured into our Dutch oven here. Getting this spoon here, I'm gonna get all these goodies out of this. Yes, sir. Peach and Blackberry Cobbler, folks. Now, the next thing I want to do, I'm going to add some butter. Got to have butter and cobbler. So let me get my old knife out here and get this yellow cake mix opened up too. I'll go ahead and put that on first, and then we'll add our butter on top of that. Just kind of sprinkle this around everywhere, and like I said earlier, hopefully this will all absorb in my cobbler or my peach juice, blackberry juice, and create us a crust is the goal. We'll go ahead and get some butter. Now, I use a whole stick of butter when I'm making a cobbler. There's two things in life that I really like, and that's butter and bacon, and I use a lot of it, and it's real butter and it's good thick bacon. Hey, that's an idea. I might could put some bacon in this cobbler, but now blackberries is a little bit different than everybody is typically used to, so we're gonna do some blackberry peach cobbler. I'll get all this butter, just cut it in pats and just kind of spread it around everywhere. It'll melt all over and mix in there real good. So don't want to skimp on the butter. We're gonna use a whole stick. Alright, chimney's charcoal's done real good, so we're gonna get ready. I'm get my lid on this. We're gonna add some charcoal to this stainless steel pan here, and now typically with a 12-inch Dutch oven, what I want to do, I usually do double that, but since I've got so much liquid, I'm going to do half on the bottom and half on top for the first little while. Now, typically what I do is 1/3 of the charcoal briquettes on the bottom and 2/3 on top to make it like a regular oven. But like I said, since I've got so much liquid, I'm going to go ahead and do this half and half. So we got a 12-inch Dutch oven. We're going to double that. It'll be 24 briquettes. So we'll put about 12 or so on the bottom and about 12 on top, 12 or 13 on top, and we'll let that all heat up real good. And then after a little while, we'll rearrange that and we'll go back to the 1/3 on bottom and 2/3 on top. So, all right, we're going to get our charcoal chimney and get our charcoal on our Dutch oven. Shake a little of this charcoal dust out of here and dump a few of those on. Now, boy, they're hot, but boy, this is the best way to get your charcoal going. If you don't have one of those, you need to get you a charcoal chimney starter. Cheap enough. Get you some tongs like this and take and place these briquettes out here. I'm going to get some good white hot charcoal to get started with this in this pan. And like I said, typically you double the amount of briquettes according to the size of your Dutch oven. So with a 12-inch Dutch oven here, we would double that. On briquettes would be 24. I'm going to start out with 12 on the bottom, 12 on top, and just kind of even that out a little bit. Get some of these other ones here, it's not lit as good. Make sure we got some good fire on the bottom there. We'll go ahead and place this oven in here and Yeah, it looks good there. And we'll get us some more here and put us about 12 around this. We're just gonna put these around the outer rim there. And oh, it's hot. Yeah, get us a couple more here and place them around. Nothing like Dutch oven cooking. Especially on holidays like this being Labor Day and all. I'm gonna try to enjoy me some peach and blackberry cobbler. Alright, we're gonna get these last few here, kind of get them arranged on here. Get this show on the road. Alright, I think that's gonna be good there. Kind of move these around a little bit. Make sure they're good and hot in the place that I want them. And we'll let those cook all. Let me move this chimney back out of the way. It's still got some in there, still hot and cooking and heated up. So I may have to add some more charcoal to that a little bit later. And typically what we're gonna do, we're gonna let these cook for about 15 minutes or so, and then we'll take a look at it. But we'll turn the Dutch oven like typical, one way on the bottom, and turn the lid the other way, opposite. All right, well, it's been about 15 minutes, so we're gonna take and turn this like we should. Get my glove on here, and boy, you need to be careful when you're fooling with hot Dutch ovens. Even the metal bales, they don't really get hot, but you need to be careful. So we're gonna turn this a quarter turn, the oven one way, and then we're gonna turn the lid opposite a quarter turn. And you need to do that about every 15 minutes or so. I'm gonna take a look at this and see it looks pretty good. It's looking a lot better coming around. So we'll let this cook a little bit longer, and we'll get ready and we'll show you this here in just a minute. All right, well, it's been 30 minutes, so let's take and rotate this Dutch oven. Let me get my glove on here, and we'll get ready and spin this Dutch oven a quarter turn. And then once we get this oven turned, we're going to take and spin this lid a quarter turn in the opposite direction. And the reason why we do that is just to keep from from the coals and everything developing a hot spot in certain areas, and certain things cook faster than others. So let's take a look at this and see what this cobbler's doing here real quick. Oh yeah, she's beginning to harden up. And so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a wooden spoon here and just kind of tilt this lid back just a little bit, and place this wooden spoon in here just to give it a little bit of gap between the lid and the Dutch oven to allow some of that steam to release, and hopefully it'll help harden up this top crust a little better. Well, it's been 45 minutes, so we've had to add a few coals to this. Typically your coals will last you about an hour, but in a perfect world they will, but they don't always do that. So we've had to add a few more to the top and to the bottom. I'm gonna look at this cobbler and see how she's doing. It's looking pretty good actually. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let this thing cook for another 15 minutes, and then we'll come back and check on it here shortly. Well, it's been 1 hour, so we're going to take and check this dude here, and we're probably going to pull it out of this pan and just set it here on the grate and let it cook from the top down. And so that's what we're going to do. Well, it's been about an hour and a half, so we're going to take a look at this. Let me get this lid off here and get this spoon out of the way. Oh yeah, that crust is getting right now. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. So, getting a little firm. Give me a bowl here. I'm gonna try this out. Is that all right? Yeah, we're gonna give this a shot here. Oh yeah, that's not bad. It still needs to firm up a little bit more, but we're gonna go ahead and get us a a taste of it here in a minute. Still a little mushy down in the bottom, so hour and a half. Probably needs probably, I don't know, another half hour maybe. And but that's what it looks like right there. Peach and Blackberry Cobbler. And so if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna give me a little taste of this. I know it's pretty hot and everything, but let me hold on here. Let me sit down just a minute and give this a shot here. Y'all hold on. Oh yeah. Yeah, not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, that's got a good flavor to it. Peach and Blackberry Cobbler. Man, that's hard to beat right there, folks. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you've never had Peach and Blackberry Cobbler, you need to try this sometime. But I know I'm gonna be eating a bunch of it. But there you go, Peach and Blackberry Cobbler. Love that. Alright, hey, we appreciate you guys. You guys have a great day. It's Mike over here at Mr. Cast Iron.